as Roger Goodell decides, hey, things are going pretty good. Maybe I can get that private jet after all and stay as the czar of the NFL while the transgendered swimmer is setting records at the University of Pennsylvania. And oh, by the way, the players and owners are meeting today and nothing's going to come from it. Good afternoon, Evan. How are you today, kid?
Goodell's like a dictator that doesn't want to give up power. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah, like what happened to, this is my last contract, blah, 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 $68 million per year. And then I'm going to walk off into the sunset as the most financially successful commissioner in the history of professional sports. Well, listen, he's not old, right? Why not keep working?
Oh,
I'm working till I'm 90.
If you were being paid $60 million a year, you
68.
would... $68 million.
Yeah, let's just get that right. Let's not shave $8 million off the total.
If you're getting paid $68 million a year, you're not walking away either. We should have all seen this coming, that Roger Goodell was never going to give up power willingly from running the National Football League. Why?
And here's the thing. The other day, I only bring it up because I just heard Ackerman mention it in the update there. The fans don't care. Like, the only time a sports fan really cares about the commissioner is when they think the commissioner is foobarring the sport or causing work stoppages in the sport. Outside of that, the average NBA fan doesn't think much about Adam Silver, good or bad. The average NFL fan doesn't think much about Roger Goodell unless it's like a major societal issue, which we have seen some of course, in the last couple of years. The average NHL fan does not care about Gary Bettman. But, oh, buddy, the average baseball fan seems to care a whole lot about Rob Manfred.
That's because he's a terrible commissioner. Craig.
Oh, stop the chatter.
Yes.
You know what's weird? So I'm still getting overwhelmed with tweets based on my the playoff announcement I made yesterday.
Yes.
I tell you, people do not like it.
Because it sucks, dude. It's a terrible
idea,
man.
I get so much joy out of seeing all these people are so angry. It's so fun. It's so funny to me. Like, here's what's going to happen. Everybody out there right now that doesn't like the notion of the new playoff format, which is going to be instituted into Major League Baseball whenever they do get to the table and figure this thing out, you can all hate it as much as you want. And every one of you is a liar. And here's why. There is going to come a time for every franchise, whether it's the Yankees, whether it's the Mets, whether you're a Red Sox fan, a Dodger fan, a Philly fan, there is going to come the year soon where you only get into the postseason because of the new playoff format, and you're going to make a little run. Maybe you win, maybe you don't win a World Series, but you're going to be playing postseason baseball, and you're going to advance a round or two, and you're going to love it.
No.
You're going to fill Buffalo Wild Wings up. Yes. Oh, so, Evan, if the New York Mets got in as the 7th team next year, and all of a sudden you're playing a best-of-3 series, and you've got DeGrom and Scherzer, and whoopsie-doopsie, you're now in the divisional round, you're not going to enjoy that?
Of course I'm going to enjoy it, but let me give you an analogy.
That's it.
Let me give you an analogy. You get dumped, okay? Maybe it's the love of your life. Maybe it's your wife. Maybe it's your girlfriend. She dumps you. You don't want to be dumped.
Well, hold on. What did I do to deserve being dumped?
Doesn't matter. She woke up one day and said, I'm done with you.
She just said, I don't like the way your eyelids flutter while you're sleeping.
Yes. And you're miserable because you didn't want to be dumped. You thought this was the love of your life. A week later, your buddies take you out. And you meet some girl who's like, yeah, let's have some fun.
Now, is it a girl or is it a swimmer at Penn?
No,
I just want to know what I'm dealing with so I have the full picture here. Go ahead.
It's a very attractive Instagram model.
Oh,
I'm not kidding you. Now, you have no future with this girl, but she's hot and she's willing to get naked with you, okay?
So basically, Ava Louise suddenly slides into my DMs.
Correct. Okay.
All right.
You are now naked with Ava Louise.
Wow.
Are you having a good time?
You're damn right I am.
But did you want to get dumped by your love of your life?
No, I did not.
Bingo! Perfect analogy.
I did. Well, maybe I'm better off having been dumped so I can experience the luscious aspect of being a single man in a big city.
Now, that may happen. Like, I'll give you a great example, because I do think that's a perfect analogy. People hated the wild card. Then they experienced the wild card, and they said, wow, the wild card's awesome. But just because you're enjoying something in the moment doesn't mean you wanted it. I didn't want to be dumped, but yes, I'm having fun. I'm naked with Ava Louise. Does that make sense?
Listen, I think that is a fair. I think that's a fair analogy. Yeah, I can deal with that.
Thank you.
I can handle that.
Thank you.
I can handle that. So
I'll be here all
there you
day.
go.
Thank you.
Major League Baseball. I guess I don't know if you're aware of this or not. Has put out a statement. We regret that without a collective bargaining agreement in place, we must postpone the start of spring training games until no earlier than Saturday, March 5th.
Yep.
All 30 clubs are unified in their strong desire to bring players back to the field and fans back to the stands. The clubs have adopted a uniform policy that provides an option for full refunds for fans who have purchased tickets from the clubs to any spring training games that are not taking place. We are committed to reaching an agreement that is fair to each side. On Monday, members of the Owners Bargaining Committee will join an in-person meeting with the Players Association and remain every day next week to negotiate and work hard towards starting the season on time. That is a great development.
That is, well,
Monday. So they're going to lock themselves in a room on Monday.
Yes.
And they're going to get a deal done.
Well, okay, so
good job, MLB. Way to go.
It is a great development. It was rumored last night, but never confirmed until this statement right now.
Yeah.
That, hey, next week in the lead up to the hard deadline, because do the math, the hard deadline for the season to start on time is a week from Monday, okay?
So 27th is that where I have it.
Right. Well, isn't that basically a week from Monday?
I don't know what today's date is. I don't even know where I am right now.
Yeah, where are you, by the way?
I'm in Los Angeles, but I don't know where the hell I am.
So starting on Monday, the owners and players are going to meet every day. And hopefully they're going to make enough progress within 7 days to make a deal and have this season start on time. Now, I think that's great. It bothers me that the two sides needed to wait until 11:57 to begin these heavy negotiations they've had all winter. Now, I understand things don't get done until there's a deadline. We all understand that. But now the work needs to be done on both sides.
Listen, now everyone's attitude should change from yesterday. A deal's getting done. There you go. Much like I told you from Jump Street, you're not missing any games, Evan.
Bro,
They're locking themselves in a room on Monday.
Hold on.
And they're going to get a deal done. I'm waiting.
Craig.
The smoke's going to come from the chimney. The smoke's going to say, we have a deal.
Now, look, I defended you a lot yesterday. You don't even realize this. I defended you against many of people who accused you of a BS playoff story. And I told them, I said, you're going to look like an ass. Craig's right, okay? So
I am right.
I know you are, and I love you. Now let me rip you, okay? Now that I gave you a little compliment. Yes.
By the way, Panera makes a very nice, what do you call it with the granola over the yogurt? What's that called?
I don't know.
A parfait.
Parfait?
Well, I'll tell you, Panera Bread, good job on the parfait today. All right, go ahead.
You said yesterday, I put you on the spot. I said, Craig, are you still confident the season's going to start on time?
I've never wavered on that being yes.
You wavered yesterday.
Now, you have to find the tape of that. I don't remember saying that.
Boys, get to work.
So here's the good news. You're a baseball fan. Quit bitching. They're going to get in a room. I don't know why they're waiting until Monday, but whatever.
Agree. They can't work on weekends, Craig?
Yeah, I don't know why they're waiting until Monday, but it doesn't matter. Get the deal done before the 27th. Have it ratified. You're not going to miss any baseball games. You're going to have 14 teams in the playoffs. Life's going to be good again. So for those of you that are out there crying and moaning, it's like we always say, I haven't said it a million times. You get the deal done when you have to get the deal done, which is why no conversations in December, not that big a deal. No conversations early January, not that big a deal. And I think what happened is the reaction to yesterday where the players showed up and basically were not prepared to discuss the comprehensive proposal that they did receive 5 days earlier from the owners. I think they read the tea leaves on that, and they said, wait a minute. Usually fans hate the owners, they love us. And yesterday that was different.
Well, they need to get a deal done now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad, and it is good news, I agree with you, that they're going to meet every day next week. That's fantastic. That's great. It was rumored last night, but now it's confirmed because the owners just said it. They're going to meet every single day. But just because you meet every single day doesn't mean a deal's going to be done.
No, of course
so
it does.
I'm allowed to, I'm allowed to be skeptical. Big Mac's
No.
allowed to be skeptical.
I'm sorry, I got to disagree on that one.
Why?
If both sides are willing to go in a room and literally, spend 24/7 starting on Monday, they're not getting a deal done. The reality is that there are not 73 different significant issues that they are miles apart on. There's two. That's what it is.
But, Craig, they're far away on those two issues. And by the way, for anyone who says to themselves, look, I don't care how they settle this, I just want the Mets and Yankees back, keep an eye on this luxury tax issue. Bro, this affects us directly as Yankee and Met fans, especially the Yankees. Yesterday we were talking about Aaron Judge and re-signing Aaron Judge. That is linked directly to what this luxury tax looks like. Because if I'm not mistaken, Craig, the latest owner's proposal that they made about the luxury tax included teams losing draft compensation if they went over a certain threshold. That's essentially a hard cap. You know what that means? You're not re-signing Aaron Judge and signing on Carlos Correa if you're a Yankee fan. That's what that means. So if you're a Yankee fan selfishly, you should be rooting for that number to be as high as possible and for the penalties to be as unharsh as possible because it directly affects the future of your team.
Well, if you're a diehard baseball fan, we'll get your take on it for sure. 877-337-6666. The other huge story today that, of course, is going to warrant a significant amount of radio time, Evan, is the question as to whether or not The Undertaker's a legitimate first ballot Hall of Famer.
I was waiting for that.
That's, to me, we need to really get into that, in the weeds on that one, because, I don't know if he is a first ballot Hall of Famer or not.
Is he a compiler? I mean, you gotta ask that question.
He had a lot of easy wins there in the early 90s. People don't like to talk about those days, but that's right.
I mean, how many times are you allowed to beat Kane at WrestleMania and say, ooh, the streak's impressive? It's a great point, Craig. I'm glad you brought it up.
You're very welcome. Well, listen, we got lots to do. We'll get all your calls, of course. It's Carton and Roberts on the Fan.